Hi there, I'm the LadyofNemesis and welcome back to my Let's Play of Neverwinter 2. Last time we traveled to Mount Galadrim and battled the fire giants that lived there in order to find the artifact we need for Clan Iron Fist. The fire giant leader wished to make a deal with us. If we wanted the artifact, we would need to kill a dragon in the air to do so. We complied with his request and went off to kill said dragon. However, upon arriving back to the fire giants, they revealed they had no desire to uphold their end of the bargain and attacked us. With the fire giants slain, we returned to the people of Clan Iron Fist and Kelgar urged them to join us in the fight, which they eventually did.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
Indeed.
All of you, follow me!
Warm winds and hello.
Yeah? Yes. The Phasm agreed to tie himself to this circle, so he can be summoned again without a focus. Simply utter his true name, and he will appear.
Yeah.
Do you remember me? I am the one who tasted the lifeblood of several of those in Castle Never, whom you swore to protect. You should have learned then that I cannot be destroyed. Yield now, and I shall make your end quick. Defy me, and you shall die for days. In Castle Never, you had the advantages of surprise and greater numbers. Here, those advantages are mine.
It will take me some time to recite the name. Shield me until the recitation is complete, or the battle is theirs. Sorry.
To the breach again! Like being all right.
It is another shard, perhaps the last one we need. Perhaps, perhaps not. It is unclear to me. But know that if we can discover how to reforge the blade, then we will have the only weapon that can harm the King of Shadows.
Yes. Yeah.
Know that the name made it vulnerable, and the Shadow Reaver is no more. And we recovered another shard upon its body. Know that other pieces of the blade are missing. But I think with this shard, we now have enough.
Enough to remake the blade? And how do you know that?
I simply know. But the pieces are not enough. I still do not understand how the sword was broken in the first place. Was it the power of the avatar of the King of Shadows? I was not there when it shattered, so I do not know.
If I could, I would. But you are right to ask me. At least I speak plainly, unlike the Gith. I was too busy being detained on the lower planes after the battle with the Avatar, and have had little time since then to discover how the blade was broken. But there is one who has had much time to consider it, and knows something of the King of Shadows. The King of Shadows has had many enemies. In the distant past, he fought an ancient dragon by the name of Nololoth, and their battle spanned the plains. Nololoth was defeated, unfortunately. He was struck down, but his spirit was chained to this realm by the Ilfarn Empire until they could find a way to heal him. He was their mercenary, you see. But neither he nor the Ilfarn were able to give the other what they needed. Nololoth was defeated, and so were the Ilfarn. Nololoth held little else of value concerning the King of Shadows. Or so I thought until the Gith sought to enlighten us about this last shard.
Suspicion is something that you know well, Amon. Know that I, too, have suspicions concerning sudden revelations, such as this dragon you have suddenly cast light upon.
That is correct. At some point, you will all need to trust my reasons if we are to get through this.
It is not a question of trust, I think.
In any event, this information may prove useless. The last time Nololoth and I spoke, we did not part on friendly terms. He has little reason to help us, or me. I inquired after information to defeat the King of Shadows, and Nololoth wished more than I could give at the time.
If this Nololoth knows how the blade was broken, then that is knowledge we must have.
I can give you Nololoth's location, but it's not an easy journey. In the past, Nololoth had many guardians, red dragons, all of whom infest the area where he is chained. He is something of a legend in their eyes, and they make the pilgrimage to bask in his presence, and perhaps to steal secrets of the ancient Ilfarn ruins where he resides. I will mark its location on your map, and I am sure at least your Gith follower will wish to accompany you.
We have been climbing for some time, but I feel that our destination is near. Ah, look there. It is the path that Amenjaro spoke of, the one that winds like the tail of a great beast.
Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that! Take that!
My weapon is of no use!
Life grows thick here, even in the middle of these dead mountains. It must be the presence of the dragon spirit that makes this place possible. Know that we should continue our search. The dragon cannot be far. This crystal, it is shaped like the heart of a dragon. I do not think we should harm it, since that could serve only to anger the dragon. Know that perhaps...
Take that!
Take that!
My weapon is of no use!
Know that I feel a great energy coming from this crystal. Dragonkin must be drawn to it and covet its power. They watch us for now. We must be careful.
For glory!
You dare to disturb me here? Were I not chained to this deathless existence, I would scatter your shattered bodies to the winds for your trespass. Yet instead, you roam unchecked within my remains, like parasites. What promises shall you make this time? It speaks. Your masters allowed you to negotiate on their behalf then. What more have they come for? Lies! Why else would you be here in this, one scar in the earth, were it not at the command of the Ilfarn? I may rest upon the brink of death, but do not think me blind to what transpires on my grave. You are here because you again need my help, though you always refuse the price. Did you think you could cage a power of the plains? I will show you what it means to be caged. Together we shall remain here, to contemplate, to despair, to rot. I have been here for millennia. How long do you think you will last, mortal? Shadow? What shadow?
The King of Shadows has returned to this plane. Know that if he is not stopped...
This changes things. While I hate the Ilfarn, that is but a pale flame compared to my hatred for the King of Shadows. I have not heard that cursed name for a lifetime. My name is Nololoth Karagazant, but I know the weaknesses of the minds of mortals in shaping such words. You may settle with Nololoth. Once I was a great power, an ancient being of crystalline might. Once, now no longer.
Nololoth, you were the worm of legend that fought the King of Shadows.
Are you or are you not of Ilfarn? Dead. Then my last shreds of hope go along with them. It is a wonder that the endless decades have not driven me mad. I have waited for them for thousands of years. I was promised a new life, and instead, I have been abandoned, left to languish in this insignificant crack in the world. And when an eternity had passed, another fragile mortal appeared, no doubt seeking power. He called himself Armanjero, and claimed to be of Ilfarn. You know this man, and I should trust you for what reason? That is not enough. Tell me now why you have come to torment me. Of course, your weapon was broken by the King of Shadows, was it not? Of silver swords I know but little. The Githyanki jealously guard their secrets. But I do know about the King of Shadows' tactics, how it breaks an opponent. Your adversary spreads its influence by corrupting its targets, until they no longer resemble what they once were. Eventually, all one can see is the shadow. It grows long and distracts us from what casts it. But a shadow can never become more than a weak outline. It may stretch and grow fearsomely large, but always must it circle its master. Your blade is no different. If the sword is to be made whole again, you must look past the pale shadows its broken pieces cast, and find the center from where the shadow emanates. If you do not, then there is no way in which the sword may be reformed. Then that is where you must go now, mortal.
It will be perilous, but I believe we can use the song portal from the Ilfarn ruins to reach the Guardian ruins on the outskirts of West Harbor.
I can see from your eyes that this is what you came for. Now, I must ask of you. Always I have been promised recompense at a later date. Even now, my mind verges on insanity with the long years. For tolerating your presence, I make but one demand. Kill me.
You wish us to end your life?
This life is an abomination, and I am no longer content to wait for chance to rescue me from the void. To kill me, mortal, you must simply destroy my heart. Be warned, it attracts many beings of power that feed from it, as you have already noticed. My body is no more, but in its place, a new kind of life has sprung into being. My heart is all that remains. The last shreds of my life reside within. You may harm it now that I wish it to be so. Go now. I tire of everything.
Lemme Vakreni.
Let us grant it sleep at last. Hurry. Other beings may be drawn to the crystal as we speak. These dragons have only rage in their eyes. Words will not avail us here.
Attack!
Enough! I can carry no more.